CASSIUS here with Ben Davison. How are you, mate?
All good, mate, you?
All good. Your reaction to Josh Taylor retaining his belts tonight against Jack Catterall?
Yeah, obviously over the police for Josh to retain his titles. As we know, far from his best performance due to a number of things, in my opinion, but the main thing is he come out with a victory.
The 114-111 scorecard, let's discuss that. What did you think of that?
Yeah, look, when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to judge each round because you're a bit more zoomed in, looking at details. I purposely told Josh going into the last that he needed to stop Jack, but I said that because I felt like we needed the last round, because I felt like it was even going into that round, and he couldn't afford to try and play it safe, and I knew that he'd go out there and do what he needed to do if I gave Josh that piece of information, and he went out and he won that round convincingly, and I feel like that was potentially a difference after Josh had a point taken off. Which
a lot of people we spoke to tonight in boxing that were there tonight believe that was a very harsh result on Jack Catterall. Do you see that argument?
Yeah, look, he performed well. I definitely think there's an element of, there's such high expectation of Josh that he done better than what people expected, and there was an element of that in the way people were viewing that fight. But at the same time, even the greats like Floyd Mayweather had fights where people thought so and so, the opponent maybe should have won. But opinions are opinions, and facts are facts, and Josh come out with a victory.
If you're to kind of assess it from your side about why maybe Josh wasn't at his best tonight, why would you say that the reason for that was?
One of the things is obviously, there's so much talk about it that it's clear. I don't need to point out the obvious about the 140 moving up to 147 situation, but something that Josh deserves a lot of praise for is that he was a man of his word. Jack stepped aside for Josh to be able to come undisputed and fight Ramirez, and he was a man of his word to give Jack the opportunity to fight for the undisputed. And on top of that, this homecoming, the pressure of being undisputed, there's such high expectations of this homecoming. I actually said before the fight that I feel like the home advantage would be a disadvantage early on in the fight and an advantage in the second half of the fight. And I feel like that's what we saw. He put a lot of pressure on himself,
Just finally, listening to Josh's comments after the fight, are we unlikely really to see a rematch between the two?
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe down the line, you never say never, but that's Josh's last fight at 140, and if he moves up and him and Jack have a rematch at 147 at the minute, it'll be a non-title fight. But I think with the performance that Jack put in there as well, it's a fight worthy of a world title fight up at 147 one day.
So a definite move up for Josh in the next fight?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
No problem.